मारूफ इंटरनेशनल इन्फ्लुएंसर और यूट्यूबर कैरी पेस्टालिस इन दिनों पाकिस्तान के दौरे पर है। ननकाना साहब में गुरुद्वारा जन्म स्थान गुरु नानक के विजिट पर उनसे मिलने पहुंचे।
सेम हियर।
मकामी सिखों ने इस्तकबाल किया और गुलदस्ता पेश किया।
I again welcome you to Pakistan and then to the special place, the birthplace of Sikh religion and Sikh sect, and Baba Guru Nanak, he was born here.
It's fantastic. This is real heritage, isn't it? And this is my first time here, and it's wonderful to celebrate such diversity in Pakistan.
The Pakistani viewers would like to know how many followers you have, what has been your career, just for the introduction, so that everyone in Pakistan must know about you.
Do you know what? When it comes to numbers, I always forget them. I have about 280,000 on Facebook, I have about 50 or 60 on Instagram, and I have about 100 odd on YouTube. But I kind of don't count the numbers. So.
What is important, you think that's important?
What's important to me is to do what I really enjoy doing, which is challenging stereotypes and looking to change narratives on countries that perhaps are a little bit misunderstood.
But you are wearing a pure Pakistani dress.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Is it comfortable than your own dress?
Yes, it's comfortable, and not only that, it's beautiful. So it's something that I really
Why have you chosen black color?
Well, it's actually a very dark green, but maybe if you take your shades off, you'll see. Very dark green.
What has been your career? How you landed to be an influencer and the vlogger?
Well, it actually came about by accident.
Big things happen by accident.
Yes, they do. They do. I took my children to Bolivia with my husband, and I just started posting to friends. And friends started saying, why don't you vlog? Because they were enjoying my stories. And I didn't think much of it. And then I came to Pakistan, and I was supporting a girls' school in northern Pakistan and doing a little bit of video content to promote the school. And I saw that people were genuinely interested in Pakistan, and they were really interested in some of the sceneries that I was showing them, and the fact that it didn't represent what they thought Pakistan was about.
Pakistan, every time some act of terrorism is going on.
That's it.
Something bombs going on.
Exactly.
Very unsafe country.
Exactly.
But you tried to change it.
Yes.
The narrative.
Yes, but I'm not going to lie. When I first arrived in Pakistan, I flew to Lahore, and that first night, I arrived very late at night. My suitcase didn't arrive from London, and I went to a hotel, and I felt scared because of everything in the media. And it took me a short amount of time to relax. But within about 2 days, I suddenly thought, what is this place? Because it's not what I imagined.
What change you felt?
Well, actually, there was a defining moment, I would say, when I went to Skardu, and I was one of the first tourists in 2021 to go up to Marsa Rock, which overlooks the incredible landscape. And when I saw that landscape, I couldn't believe my eyes. And that was the turning point for me. And then I just wanted to explore more and more.
How you find Pakistan's law and order, Pakistan's people, how different they are, how strange they are. What is special about them?
Well, that's the thing, that's the other thing, that when you come into Pakistan and you don't really have much of a sense of what it's all about, you discover the hospitality and the friendliness and the fact that everyone's actually very, very gentle, and that blew my mind. And so the other thing is that within Pakistan, you have such diversity. Each region has its own unique flavors, characters, and that's what keeps me coming back, that everybody's amazing, but everyone's different.
Is this your second tour or third tour?
Fourth.
Fourth?
It's my fourth.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But your family, your friends there,
yes.
Have they ever talked to you, and have they expressed their apprehensions about Pakistan?
They did on the first trip, but then since then, and I've talked so positively and I've shared videos and images, they now know that I love this country. So they don't comment anymore. I think they...
You love the scenery and the people. What else?
Scenery, the people, the food is pretty good, I have to say.
You like spices?
No, I like the calmer ones. I like the kind of, a gentle biryani, a Kabuli palau, the gentle things, but yeah, not too much spice. So I often have to like just dial it down. But I tell you what I really like is your tea, your doodh pati.
But the English tea is a lighter one.
It is.
Tea is a stronger one.
Yeah, but in the morning, a good doodh pati gets you going.
Oh, very nice. This shows that 550 years have passed since Baba was born here.
Yes.
Guru Nanak.
That's real spiritual heritage, isn't it? It's very, very important for the faith.
Carrie, I wanted to know about your personal career. You have been in BBC for 4 years. What were you doing there? And what was the accident you came in to here and you left that career? And it's a difficult career, traveling.
It is. So I was actually in TV in the UK for 10 years. And I was pregnant with twins. And the lifestyle in TV, as you will know, is pretty full on. And I wanted to spend time bringing the children up. So I left TV and had a few years at home. And then I moved across into digital media and I set up my own small business doing filming and animation. So I've always been within filming, but I needed something more manageable so that I could spend time with the children. They are now 16 years old. I have two beautiful boys who are 16. I'm very proud of.
Both are boys?
Yeah, two lovely boys.
Okay.
And about from the age of about 13 was when I started to do a bit of travel vlogging with them and with my husband. But then, they're teenagers, right? So they don't want to be on camera now. They find their mum embarrassing. And so what I now do is spend time with them if we go away on holiday. That's lovely, because I need to spend, obviously, holiday time, no filming. And I generally have stepped out as things are growing for me as a travel blogger.
How is this vlogging, traveling, different from your BBC career?
It's not really now. So I think in their young years, I was more at home. But when I was on the shoots in the BBC, and Channel 4 and Discovery, it was busy. And now it's busy. But if you imagine, I do a big chunk. So I'll do, say, 2 weeks away. And then I'm at home editing. So then I get to spend lots of time with the kids. Whereas perhaps...
What about the revenue? What about the salary? The channels give a good salary. Here you have to earn yourself. So what is the comparison?
I would say at the minute, so I still spend a lot of time with my business in the UK. And then travel vlogging, it goes up and down. This is the thing with algorithms.
You have other business as well?
I have a small business, in the UK, which I do digital media, and that's my main business. But
that's going well?
Yes,
you are earning more from digital media or this travel vlogs?
At the minute, digital media, but it's starting to shift. And this is my passion. So what we want is to end up doing this.
It would be private, but for just my inspiration, I would like to know how much are you earning?
From YouTube, it can vary. It can fluctuate.
How much on average?
On average, about £1,500 to £2,000 a month.
Okay.
So it's in the UK, that's not enough to live on.
Okay.
Not by a long shot when you have mortgage and things like that. And also, the UK is really expensive right now.
Yes.
So that is not enough of an income to live on in London. But it's growing. So if it grows...
And what about the digital media?
Digital media would be more.
More?
Yeah, more.
So...
Yeah, that sustains the lifestyle in
Actually,
London.
you are trying to increase the travel vlogging.
Yeah, exactly. We want to be doing this full time. So we're on the kind of crossover. Yeah.
What is strange about Pakistan?
Strange, I don't know, because I don't find anything strange. I'm very curious about countries, and I love to explore and understand. And I feel now on my 4th trip, I have a much deeper understanding of the culture. What I think is special are the people. Everybody is so kind and so warm and so welcoming.
How many countries have you visited?
I literally have no clue.
I have visited 51 countries.
You've probably visited more than me, because I repeat.
I have not made the travel vlog like you.
Maybe you should start. Can we step into the shade?
I have tried to do a few, but not many.
It would be interesting to see your travel vlog from you.
Look, they have a tradition that before entering into the main building, you have to
remove
your shoes.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it.
This gentleman will.
Hello. Sir.
How are you, bete?
Hello.
Very nice.
He's really
क्या नाम है
cute.
तुम्हारा?
अक्षय कुमार।
अक्षय कुमार। कहाँ रहते हो? यहीं?
ननकाना साहब।
ननकाना साहब।
Is he gonna? He's gonna take the shoes, is he? Thank you. Shukriya.
ये ले लो तुम, फिर हम आके
Shukriya.
वापस ले लेंगे। ये भी ले लो। How many Urdu words you know?
A few. I can order tea.
You can order tea, chai.
Yeah, which I think is one of the most important things.
Okay. Shukriya, you know.
And of course, I know shukriya. Yeah. Yeah.
You know assalamu alaikum.
And walaikum salam.
गुरुद्वारे में दाखिल होने से पहले हाथ और पांव को धोया। सर ढांप कर अंदर दाखिल हुए।
The holy book
Yeah.
they have, and they have 4 doors symbolizing that everybody at any time can come in.
Lovely.
From any religion.
So it's open.
And they serve food to anybody, anytime.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Yes.
Really,
And
really
they are
lovely.
very open about. Even in London, their gurdwaras serve people food, and anybody can go and
Amazing.
eat it.
It's such.
That is a mystic. Even the Muslim mystics have this tradition.
Yes, it's a lovely part of the faith.
Yes.
Can we find out more about what this man is doing, and how long will he be reading for?
This is the holy book.
So he will just read for a certain amount of time? Or?
Actually, this is part of the advices. This is part of the experiences. He tells people how to purify your soul, how to live a life, how you can reform the society. And what he has done in this book, he has collected quotes of even Muslim saints. And interestingly, Baba Guru Nanak, he even went for Hajj. He went to Makkah as well.
Really?
He went to Baghdad as well.
Wow.
So he had a vast experience of the people, of the religions, and then he developed this different thing, which was neither Hindu nor Muslim. Here people would, their elms
Yes.
in the currency. And the
Yes.
line.
And I can see, I think, offerings
Yes, yes,
over there as well.
Yes, yes. This religion is also believes in giving people.
Yes.
You sacrificing people.
Yes.
So, and all the, as we discussed, from philosophers to prophets, everybody has been telling the human beings that be sacrifice, pure your
That's
soul.
it.
But we are very hard.
Yeah. We don't listen.
Actually, they had the 5 symbols. Kacha, underwear, karpan. This, yeah, look, this is the karpan.
Yes.
Everybody is wearing the turban.
Yes.
Turban, kada. This is called case, the turban, and this the kada. Or kanga. And that's the kanga is also part of it. These are the 5 calves which they use. Ma'am Carrie, you have a unique style of vlogging. You try to tell a story, make a whole story, characters and everything. And you have recently been to Gwadar.
Yes.
What story you made?
Gwadar was amazing because it was like discovering a part of Pakistan I had no idea existed. The people there are really gentle, they're really soft, They're very welcoming.
But how you create a story? Tell me.
How do I create a story? It's always about the people. So basically, whenever I go to a location, I just want to meet the people and I want to hear what their story is about. And then it's simply about telling their story, following it and telling it.
Since these stories started, since the humanity started, it has been royals who has been characters in the stories. Now you are making people the characters of the story. The viewers are still interested in common people, are still interested in the rich people, elite, or the royals?
For me, I make stories about the things that interest me the most. Because if I'm interested, then I will dig deeper. And I've spent many years of my life working in television, filming with celebrities. But actually, I find that it is the real people that have the real stories that everybody can relate to. And that's why this is the area that I personally like the most.
Ma'am, traveling changes you a lot. I am also changed since I started traveling and meeting people. What has been changed in you? Carrie before traveling and Carrie after traveling. What is the change?
I think the biggest change, and actually it came from Pakistan, was getting a different perspective in the world. So when we live in the West, we have a certain image of places like Pakistan and other countries as well, Afghanistan, Palestine, places like that. Since I have traveled more and more and more, I've heard the different perspectives, and it's changed my view completely of the world. It's given it much more balance. And I can see how within our own countries we're fed a certain narrative, and it's easy to follow that, but actually if you break out of it and discover it yourself, you learn more.
You are one of the very few Westerns who went to Afghanistan, even interacted with Taliban. How was that experience and how you find Taliban?
I was nervous going in. However, I had done my research and I had the right guide. I had also, interestingly, met Pashtun people in Peshawar and became friends with some of them. And it was speaking to them and understanding that actually there are many Pashtuns in Afghanistan, and whilst they have their own identity in Afghan, there's going to be similarities, and they're very kind people. And also, it's understanding there's a big difference between politics and people, right? So I went to meet the people, and they're wonderful. I was nervous. I did meet the Taliban, but when I say I've met the Taliban, you know, your policeman on the street, your
not the
teacher,
leadership.
No, all these people are the Taliban. But the thing is that the reality is they are just normal people working for the government. They're not the decision makers. So I didn't meet the people at the top making the decisions, some of which I don't agree with. I met the people that just happen to work there.
How was your security ensured there?
Basically, when you go from province to province, the Taliban, I have to say, one of the really good things that they do is they monitor your security so that they know exactly where you are. It's in their interest to keep you safe. They don't want dead tourists. So whenever you enter a new province, you're signing in, they know where you're staying, they check on you, and you see them, they come and they check on you. And actually, I felt that they were looking out for my security.
Traveling is a challenge as well. You experience strange things. Sometimes you have to meet, you have to feel accidents, even sometimes life-threatening things. Yes. What is your most memorable incident during traveling?
Well, I can tell you one incident that actually happened in Pakistan, which wasn't bad, but it was the only time that I got a little bit nervous. And that was in Hangu. And I went into a market, and luckily I did have a lot of people with me, but it was one of those incidents where somebody saw me and they saw the white skin and they instantly had a stereotype. So it works both ways, right? And he was an older man, and he came up to me and he was really shouting in my face about Palestine. And I was trying to say to him, I'm on the same side as you, as in, I think it's horrific what is happening in Palestine. But he didn't understand English, and he just saw me and he assumed I was
Part of that.
Yeah. And we tried to calm him down, and unfortunately he didn't, so he was taken away. What was a real shame was that I'd been wearing a Palestine necklace all week, and that morning I took it off just to change jewelry. And I wish I'd had it on because I could have maybe shown a symbol. But that was the only time I felt quite nervous because he got really close and he was quite aggressive.
In Pakistan, usually women don't travel alone.
No.
And you have been to go into Hangu, Gwadar, and areas where usually even men alone cannot go there. So how you felt as a woman?
Because I think the thing you have to appreciate is that I'm never alone. So whenever I come to these places, I have a very good guide with me, and they always meet me at the airport. So I'm not just wandering around on my own. And there's more than one reason for that. Obviously, safety is one. However, there are many places in Pakistan I would feel safe doing that. But actually, I like to be with local people because the best way...
Have you ever heard the music of Pakistan?
Yes, do you know, I've been exploring it more on this trip. And it's been amazing to hear Sufi music, Qawwali, and even modern day hip-hop artists as well. It's been great. It's fantastic.
And how you look at the relative beauty of Pakistanis with the Westerns?
Everybody has a unique beauty, everybody. And what I love about the world is that we may be different, a little bit different on the outside. We are equally wonderful. Certainly in Pakistan.
Any striking feature you find in Pakistanis? Face, beauty, anything? You are attracted to?
I think that Pakistanis are very beautiful. You've got them, you know, but I can't sort of say, oh, Pakistanis have beautiful long hair or brown eyes, because of course you don't, you have a mix. I've seen everything, you know, you have green, brown, beautiful, but you know, the one thing that you all wear the best is your smile. Your smile is the most beautiful thing. Like, you know, how people look on the outside often is of no interest to me. It's actually what's on the inside that counts. So I don't look at the outside. And on the inside, your beauty is huge.
But how you find the inside beauty of a human being?
Most humans are incredibly lovely and incredibly kind.
But how you find them? How you search their goodness?
You can sense it.
How?
I
want to know the formula.
I think it's like a sixth sense. I know pretty much the minute I meet somebody, you can see it in their eyes and you can feel it. You just know if they're kind.
After 9/11, traveling has become very expensive. How do you manage the traveling expenses?
Well, I could do my house up at home. Outside the back of my house, it needs paving. Outside the front of my house, it needs paving. My house needs painting. I could buy designer clothes. None of that happens because I think that to invest in travel is one of the best things you can do, particularly with children. So we have skipped other things at home that most people would do as normal. We don't do those things, and we travel.
Your husband and children don't object to it?
They don't have a choice.
Why?
Because I'm the boss. That's how we roll. Do you know what? I actually book trips and I don't tell my husband. And I just slip him the flight tickets and then disappear. And unfortunately, he rolls his eyes, but he's now given up. He's officially rolled over and given up.
What are your future destinations? Have you planned something?
A wish list.
Ah, yes.
I'd really like to go to Iran. That's high on my list. I would like to go to Saudi Arabia. And you know, the place I really want to go before I die is Papua New Guinea.
Whoa,
because
why
it just feels like the ultimate adventure. I want to go on a little plane in the middle of nowhere, get completely lost, and then meet the indigenous people and see what happens.
मकामी सिखों ने मेहमानों को शाल पहनाई। लंगर खाने में आईं। जमीन पर बैठकर ज़ायरीन के हमरा लंगर खाया। मुजफ्फराबाद आज़ाद कश्मीर पहुंचे, मकामी लोगों में घुल मिल गई। बाजार में हाथ से तैयार करदा कश्मीरी आर्ट की अशिया खरीदी। मकामी टोपी, कालीन और मलबूसात उन्हें बहुत पसंद आए। मुजफ्फराबाद में बर्फबारी से भी लुत्फ़अंदोज़ हुई। वो पाकिस्तानी चाय की बहुत दिलदादा है। ढाबे पर खुद चाय बनाई। मकामी लोगों ने उनके साथ तस्वीर बनवाई। मीरपुर आज़ाद कश्मीर पहुंचे। बाजार से अपने लिए ब्रेसलेट खरीदा। ढोल की थाप पर रक्स करके सबको हैरान कर दिया।